Okay, looks like microphone is on. Volume settings should be okay. Come on, capture the desktop. There we go. Man, it almost never takes that long. Okay. Hello, friends and adventurers, and welcome to another Sally Cat After Dark, playing Dark Castle. Or at any rate, Return to Dark Castle. I still don't have a good way of playing original Dark Castle on any of my machines. I do have a way, it's just a little clunky. So, going back to my advanced playthrough, looks like I am missing about 5 orbs. So I know that I'm missing the west tower over here. And there's one in the graveyard, the Iron Spire. There's one beyond that in the Mosquito Marsh. There's Conservatory, which I am not looking forward to. That's 4. So how am I doing on treasures? I am missing 2 treasures. Right, because I haven't actually been through Tangled Roots, so I don't have that one. Anyway, one thing that I did notice on an off-camera practice session is I've gotten the old tower basement, the treasure there. I do not actually have the orb from the old tower top. So let's go do that. Now, question is, do I have a comfortable number of elixirs? And the answer is, kinda. But I think while I wait for anyone to notice that I'm streaming, I can do a little bit more resource farming. Pretty good way to warm up and remember which game I am playing and what the controls are. Smooth. Okay, nothing important over there, so we'll just hop down. Ooh, very nice timing there. And dead by mutant. Dah. Sometimes I get a little greedy, and I pay for it. Sometimes I get away with it. One elixir? Barely worth bothering with. Was not quite what I wanted to do. Oy. Well, that was just crap timing. Okay, 40 elixirs. I'm gonna stop there. And take the slightly safer route down because I did want those rocks. Okay, so today's theme is going to be raiding some towers for their orbs. He. So definitely got time for at least one complete path, and possibly two before the graveyard opens up again. I was a little surprised to realize that I hadn't gone for the old tower top orb yet. But I suspect the reason for that is that I wanted to get Stoneball first, so that I could cheese all of these vultures. Because it's basically impossible to dodge them, while also navigating swinging ropes, and also spikes. Come on, come down here. Come enjoy some tasty, tasty Stoneball. Tastes like key lime pie and death. You're vultures, you like death, right? Okay, so for the tower top, we're going to want to lower this down a fair bit. Gah! No, down, lower down. Then 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6. Boing! Okay. Now time to remind myself that I don't actually have to do this particularly fast. Especially because I do already have a shield. So as good as it normally is to avoid getting bouldered by navigating chunks of the level before the boulders come in, I can just hit my Q button and avoid damage that way. Okay. Relatively safe spot for now. Eeeh! Yeah, this one's a bit tricky on advanced. In large part because there are just so many enemies to deal with. Having the body armor helps too. Very tight timing there. You do want to be careful and not get bonked in the head by a boulder you've just released. Ah, dang it. Could I maybe at least pick up some extra rocks before I die? No, I can't. At least it's funny the way he falls down the stairs. The screen after this is going to be much easier, assuming I can get there. Really? Okay, all the bats are dead, and also all the guards. Yeah. Falling boulders and stairs. A very bad combination. I may have to quit back to the main screen and try this whole thing again. I was really hoping I wouldn't have to. Save rocks, use crossbow. Actually a valid strategy. I suppose if one has lots of elixirs, one could just ignore the bads too. No! Well, I guess I can just try again. And go straight smack into a wall. Brilliant, good job. Finally. 2 lives left. 28 rocks. It's fine. Without the power of lightning, the magic shield will do nothing for you. Oh pooh, we're here in broad daylight. Not a storm cloud to be seen. I honestly feel like that bit of timing is a little easier to manage on advanced than it is on intermediate. That bit, not as much. This could end poorly. No, not that way! Ugh. Good thing I finally got those boots last session. There. Okay, and we got it. With no lives to spare. Orb! And here is one of the places in the game where you can pick up the magic shield. Which works a whole lot better if you've got a dark and stormy night to work with. I've got enough health, I could maybe just wait around for that. Though again, I have no lives to spare, so I really shouldn't risk getting hit by lightning. Yes, running or standing still, your stamina wears down at exactly the same rate. So it appears that sunset is somewhere between 5:30 and 6 p.m. If I start getting the low health beep warning, I will just teleport out. Okay. Sky's turning pretty colors, sun's going down. I guess this is a good way of seeing exactly when it counts as nightfall. About 6:20, 6:25 p.m. in game time. Huzzah! I've got all my lives back and also an extra orb. I even made up somewhat for spending all of those rocks. It's oddly fun sniping the bats with a crossbow. And it looks like I only needed about 10 elixirs. Nice. So that's one of my tower goals accomplished. It is nighttime, so I could go straight to the Iron Spire. Possibly should go straight there. Even though it kind of bothers me that I don't have the west wall done. Come on, snakes. There we go. And snipe that one off from safety. Ooh, you know what? I could go for the Iron Spire, but I'm a little lower on rocks than I would really like to be. That's the other thing that I wasn't looking forward to here is the timing on these platforms is super tight. And unfortunately, none of my armor protects me from gravity. I need to wait a bit longer on that one. And yeah, I am just not gonna have enough rocks. the old plan then. Because of course, the labyrinths are great places to stock up on items. The trick is making it to the labyrinth in the first place. I said the labyrinth, not the dungeon. Unfortunately, it's been long enough since my practice session on that room that I've mostly forgotten the timings. There we go. And I'm going to stoneball that guy, so I can use this as a safe perch from which to petrify yet more vultures. You don't have to worry about them on the lower level, but for most of the rest of this room you do. You need to either take them out with fireball or stoneball, or use shield, or duck. That's right, straight to the dungeon with you, Vulture. And now I can observe the patterns a little bit more at my leisure. Oh, good, excellent. Okay, this next bit is one that sucks. Okay, need to readjust one of my windows on the other monitor here for a moment. And yay, Shino Sarna caught a stream! So I think I can make this with just long jumps. Bit tricky. This room is such a pain in the butt! So I wonder who's responsible for replacing the orbs that got taken by Prince Duncan and then apparently broken in here? Is that just part of the overall castle enchantments? Perhaps the wizard Merlin has something to do with it. Here, Vulture, Vulture. Here, Birdie. Oh, darn you. No more vultures. yeah, wow, I feel like that timing is actually encouraging me to take long jumps either from the top level or the bottom. Excuse me, I told you to jump. And a wild paraswarm has appeared in the chat. Yeah, Dark Castle controls are mostly pretty good and responsive. Oh, you dodged at just the wrong moment. As if Prince of Persia had the level design of Mario. That's not entirely wrong. Some of this was definitely inspired by ye old arcade games like Donkey Kong. There we go, successful jumping. Are you gonna respawn? I think you respawn. You do. Okay. And the birds don't respawn because I stoneballed them. So I can do this somewhat calmly. Thank goodness. What an interesting, randomly generated setup this is. I don't know how much I want to run around trying to maximize my item pickups here. Because on Advanced, these labyrinth layouts can get pretty big. I just know that I want to be going upwards. And if I can collect a little extra fuel while doing so, brilliant. Eh, what the heck? Full gas. Also, I think the original Dark Castle predates Prince of Persia, but not by a lot. I never even knew that Prince of Persia existed back in the old Macintosh days. I don't know which was the first Prince of Persia game I heard about. Probably one of the PS2 titles. And yes, you can definitely crawl out of that little hidey hole without bonking your head. I'm just bad at it. So I'm a little lower on elixirs than I normally like, but really fine for the rest of this path. Pretty much full on rocks again. Well-timed fruit basket. Ooh, extra teleport potion. Ooh. That was a really good labyrinth. Now if I can just get to the door without getting snaked, that'd be cool. Amazing. Sometimes it looks like I'm actually good at this game. Oh no, I've got the worst laser pattern again. Unless this just is the laser pattern for advanced. So, we've got a return potion, we've got a shield up top, and most importantly for me right now, we've got an orb. We've also got a lot of lasers that will burn the crap out of me. Because of course, what medieval castle is complete without zappy lasers? And I'm really not sure what the original intended path on this screen is, because you do need a shield to survive blowing this wall up. Like so. But when I retrieve the orb, it lets down a rope. I guess so I could return through the labyrinth if I wanted to? Yeah, the timing for getting up to the shield is really awful here. I'll try it as long as I've got lives to spare. Seriously, how am I supposed to handle that? Maybe I need to go back and watch Richard do this again. I mean, I suspect the answer really is just really good timing. Although long jumping onto the bar does seem to help some. I think that's the ticket. And then once we're up here, it's just a matter of navigating the spikes and the lightning, if you have the lightning, and doing what we've already seen with the shield. But since I already have a shield, I can just warp back. Whee! I learned a thing today. how to actually deal with the timing on the West Tower top lasers on Advanced. Oh hey, Big Mac Davis! I am a great fan of BMD's Doom playthroughs and walkthroughs. Okay, so it's 7:30 in the morning. It is entirely the wrong time of day to start going for the Iron Spire. Which is a shame, because my other options are the Conservatory, which I hate, or the Mosquito Marsh, which I also hate. The Mosquito Marsh I have completed on Advanced before, I'm pretty sure. It's just really tedious. Conservatory I have not. I suppose Conservatory does better fit the theme I've got going tonight of raiding towers for goodies. And I pew. And I pew. Didn't actually consider the status of my inventory before choosing a path here. I don't need a lot of elixirs for Mosquito Marsh. I do need a handful for choosing Conservatory. Oh, wait. I'm silly. I don't need to just take out the guards. I need to flip the switches that they are guarding. Ways you can tell it's been a couple weeks since I last did anything with this game. What is level progression? What is dodging? That's hardly fair. I've had several successful dodges already tonight. And I don't need to go all the way down. Well, actually I think I do need to go all the way down because that's the only way I can get up to the exit. Hiya! Don't need to go into the wine cellar tonight. Don't even need to pull that pole chain. You'd be amazed at what a good Merlin can do. Once you grab a dictionary and find out what a Merlin even is. It's part of the castle ramparts. Specifically the raised up part of a wall like this. Now, part of what makes Conservatory kind of awful is the sheer length of the path we have to take to get there. And the sheer number of mosquitoes that spawn in on Advanced. Ye-
Yeah.
Though it is another area where having the boots is... Having the boots is great, if you can actually manage to hit the snake with your feet. Okay, come on. I know I'm better than that. This is why I hate the conservatory path, because I lose too many lives in the garden. I doubt that Merlin lived in a Merlon, but perhaps he had a hand in their development. Shield! I have a shield! I should be using my shield! Well, that was just silly. And squish. Thought there was another snake down here.
Yeah.
I don't think the mutant up there respawns. Awfully kind of him to stay dead and not call in a replacement.
Yeah.
Okay, in the oh boy. Wait, how many grubs spawn in on advanced? Good gravy. I did not approve of this. See if I can get one more of you. Little wide. Welp. Okay. And that's why you don't want that to happen. Yeah, I like stoneballing the grubs, because they have a nasty tendency of respawning right on top of me if I don't. Oh, right. And if I'm busy looking at the grubs, then I'm not looking at the flowers, and then I get poisoned and die. And I super do not have enough elixirs to deal with all of this. Although everything's moving fast enough. That I've got a surprisingly good chance of avoiding being grubbed to death. I think. Oh yeah. Okay, good dodging, good dodging. Dang it! Somehow made that. Oh! Okay, so I can kind of cheese the timing on the flowers. Just have to be real sharp to do it. I have to remember that one's there, and that it will get me. Because once I'm poisoned, then I have a very limited amount of time. Oops. Stop, stop, stop. Arg! Okay, so I may not need to rely on stoneballing the grubs as much as I thought. I do need to come in with a few more lives, though. Yeah, the conservatory room is extremely rude. Well, I'm completely full on rocks, so maybe I will try another path. Ah, yeah, this far. This much separation between me and the guard. The arc of the... arc of the crossbow bolt does not work in my favor there.
Yeah.
Yeah, I really dislike that being poisoned makes my health drain so fast, as well as taking half of it out. Finally got that timing.
Yeah.
And now I have to remember or relearn this one. There. That wasn't actually so hard. It's surprising sometimes what all memories can come back to you after a long time of not using them. So there's a few ways to deal with these wild boars. You can jump over them, you can shield through them, you can stoneball them.
Yeah.
You can't really jump and squish the caterpillar grubs in here, though, because the low ceiling means that Bryant will just bonk his head. Also, I don't need to grab a weapon from over there, because I have my weapon. Good old one-hit kill crossbow. Unfortunately, I'm not sure that the crossbow works against the big enemy that's coming up in the next room. Squish. I almost want to go over there and reset my health. But wait, there's something hidden beneath the root, beyond the roots, rather than beneath them.
Yeah.
Alas, the crossbow is not exactly rapid fire.
Yeah. Yeah.
You can run with it, but you cannot jump with it out.
Yeah.
Way to dodge that last grub. Anyway, this is why I don't really like Mosquito Marsh. It's just tedious. And no, the crossbow does nothing against the giant tentacle beast. Also, rocks. Oh, come on! That was BS. Yeah, rocks and fireballs do nothing against the tentacle. Only melee weapons, mace or shovel or hammer, will work. Anyway, I like to take out as many mosquitoes on this half of the screen as I can before actually dealing with the tentacle. Stop moving. Because, like so many things in this game, if they touch me, they will kill me, and I will be sad. Okay, is it time to start whacking a tentacle? So, very much enemy management. I'm not doing super well at this. I know that I can hit the tentacle 2 or even 3 times in one pass. This one just makes me nervous. Oh! Well, this sucks. And that sucks too. Do I get any rocks spawning over here? I don't think I do. And since I have the gloves, I can use the shortcut in the middle of the screen there, but it'll only do me so much good. Because I need to kill the tentacle in order to access the platform that the orb is on. I'm just glad they gave me the mace back. I'm down to 7 rocks, that's not really enough. Don't push me off screen, don't push me off screen, thank you. I don't remember how many whacks it takes, I think it's at least 10. Well, I'm hosed. No rocks. Given my resources or lack thereof, and what the clock is telling me, I'm going to gather a few more things and try something else. I don't have my crossbow. That is a problem. Fortunately, ye old dungeon is a good place to get another weapon. Oh. That's what I get for trying to be clever. No, not space. So much for increasing my elixir supply. Nope. And now I have an almost respectable number of rocks again. Okay, if I'm going to Iron Spire, it doesn't actually matter which weapon I have very much. But I would like to have my crossbow. Though technically, I can get a crossbow anywhere there's a guard. Really shouldn't dilly-dally too much longer, or I'm going to miss my window for the graveyard. Good job. Now let's see if I can apply what I've learned. Blah. Shouldn't need too many lives to do the Iron Spire. But I also don't want to run out of time. There.
Yeah.
Oh, for Pete's sake.
Yeah.
Really? There we go. Now let's move across quickly. Excuse you, you're supposed to die when I hit you with the flail, sir. Probably I did that wrong. There's almost no way that I'm going to get to the Iron Spire with enough time to complete it before the Banshee comes to kick me out. Let's see a thing here. Okay, it does at least save the fact that I found the treasure in Tangled Roots. Not that that one's a huge pain to get, but it's nice that the game will perma-save treasures for you like that. Even if you don't technically make it back to the anteroom.
Yeah.
Remembering what I said about needing a guard. Bonk. And crossbow acquired.
Oh.
Doesn't matter, got favorite weapon. Farming rocks and elixirs is a brilliant way to kill time, if you need time to be killed. But yeah, making the return trip through here is a fair bit easier if I can shoot the boulder henchman and not have to dodge boulders on the way down. Ooh, he only got to throw one this time. And there's absolutely no loot on this screen, so we refresh. It's fine, just don't get mutanted. Okay. Do I want another round of farming? I have loads of rocks, some elixirs, though I've proven that maybe I don't need as many elixirs as I think in the conservatory. But still, let's try getting that up to an even 20 at least. Poor little boulder just pooting along. Okay. Well, that's basically enough supplies to try for either conservatory or tangled roots / mosquito marsh. And to my surprise, the one I most feel like doing is conservatory. Well, I'm probably going to stop streaming after one solid run here, whether or not I succeed. Because it's getting a little bit late.
Yeah.
It's getting a little bit late, and I do have a couple of things to do tomorrow. This level is one of a few that get significantly easier once you have the crossbow.
Whoa! Whoa! Yeah. Yeah.
I don't really need to pick up those notes, but I do, because I am compulsive like that.
Yeah.
Not sure if I needed to shield for those, but better safe than sorry.
Yeah.
Just as long as I don't die here. Also, I can never remember the whole path for this screen all in one go. I kind of have to sight read it. Every time.
Yeah.
I guess I could have gone straight for the door. I just did not trust the timing on the guards. And made it here with all of my lives intact. Amazing. Okay. What? Crud. Well, the fruit does not cure poison. It would have refilled my health if I'd gotten it a little sooner. Granted, my health would still be draining. Oh, come on. Maybe shielding would be better than ducking? Oh, those things are vicious. Basically, there always has to be a minimum number of grubs on this screen. Bad jump. And if that minimum number is not met, then they will start spawning in from on top. I did it again!
Yeah.
Okay, much better jump timing. Let's see how far I can keep that up. And I have no fruit. Great. I don't know. I don't understand anymore how I did that so well previously. Darn you.
Yeah.
If I can just get through this without avoiding all of the poison, that'll be great. Yeah, that's definitely a possible thing to do. See, sometimes it works. Sometimes it works beyond my wildest expectations. Poison is nasty because it also makes me dizzy and helpless for several seconds. Okay, so that's... How many orbs am I missing now? 3. Conservatory, Mosquito Marsh, and Iron Spire. And of those, Iron Spire is probably the least annoying to get. Even if I have to wait till midnight. Well, not midnight, I have to wait till sundown to get it. So, unfortunately, or not, depending on your opinions, the next 1 or 2 streaming sessions is going to have quite a lot of tedium between Conservatory and Mosquito Marsh. Trying them over and over until it actually works. And I'm not sure when those streaming sessions will be. I've been trying to do it roughly once a week. June is weird, though, because of travel and other obligations. So, I'm going to end the stream here, and I will see you all some other night. So good night, everyone. Thank you for tuning in and commenting and all of that good stuff.